Hi everyone, Mature Simmer here. So, I'm gonna leave my pig trailer there, hopefully not gonna regret that, but popping back on here around midday, and have noticed that I am almost out of the base food, which is the sorghum for the pigs. So, I'm gonna go ahead here. Server's still obviously trying to draw everything up here, so happens sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and basically, well, that's great. Never had that where I'm not fitting underneath the trailer. There we go. Weird. I think it's because of the contours of the ground, I guess. Probably still gonna have the same problem. No? Alright. Get out here and get myself moving. Alright, so we can do under 34,000. So basically, if I do 10,000 of base food, that'll put me in a pretty good spot here. Again, I just recalled, I can do fill limiter. So I'm gonna fill, and I don't have to play the game anymore. There we go. I love having fill limiter. Probably gonna say that a lot until I stop. But it's really nice just being able to do exactly what I want to do, so I should be able to figure out what my full loads for the pigs would be now, and then get that exactly in each time, because there's no reason that that isn't possible now. So I did have to move this food trailer when I was getting the pigs last night. Obviously I had the added issue of helping out with Field 30. So, and the reason I was coming back on here now really had less to do with the pigs. It just happened to be what I saw when I was coming over here, but had to do with the fact that I've got some mayor work to do. So, but let me get this dumped. Alright, 33,826, so we probably were very, very close to the max. Obviously, again, the protein's pretty high. As that chews down, I'll be in better shape. We've still got 3 months, but what I'm likely going to do is wait so that I can take a full load of 36 again. And then that means I've got 4 months. Alright, so the truck being moved reminds me of something else. Let me connect my cables before I get to the field and realize I've got a problem, and I probably wouldn't even be able to move at full speed either. But that means someone's been on and been working on customs contracts, and guess which one that was? It was our soybeans. There may have been others, but key point is my soybeans were in my Baku silo, which for those who are new to FSN, each of our servers is tied to a silo on the FSN website. So or a warehouse on the FSN website. So that warehouse is in Baku, Azerbaijan, for our server here, and it was for our server before. It just kind of moved with us moving to this new server as we moved from Ohio to Canada on our maps. We then had the 222,000 plus I had a little bit left over in there, just a few hundred liters as well, I think, from before. Went ahead and posted that based on the values that we had. So I placed a sell order for $1,525 per thousand for these soybeans to be in effect for up to 30 days. So I have that long for those to be sold, which means it can take, as you might guess, 30 days to get all that money in, but it will come in at that amount. So running that to my farm finances, we have a profit of about $312,000 from year 89 last year then. So first profit we've had in a while on the farm. So the field that is coming up for auction is field 3, which is over here. Which I'm almost certain needs plowing. I may be surprised when I get over there, but I'm going to do that, or at least head in that direction, because there was not any expectation that I have done that. Wow, so this wheat harvest is already going, so Rented Foot has been busy. If you remember when we went by here last night, they were still grown to the road here. Not sure how long they were on, but they may have been on for a while. I'm assuming that got handled last night. So let me get to field 3, and we'll pick it up there. Here we are, and as we can see, we do have to plow this field. Don't know how I missed that little bit, but I'll deal with that when I come back at some point. Not worth dancing around right now, but I'll try to get the headland at least on the side here, and then I'll get myself moving. But this is a smaller field. It really shouldn't take me very long to do, but it is one that has been unavailable for sale. It's the first time it's come up for auction here. I think we've got 3 other fields left across the whole map, 35 I think. That little module that's just disappearing by my milliseconds in the mini-map is part of that. And then obviously field 8 right by us has never come up, and then I believe there's one more somewhere. But we're getting really close to having worked on everything. Now when when Ginger comes off the map, getting their field ready at some point is something I can do down there at the south end of the map, but that was a pretty small field, so initially, as FM's rotate in and out, we may not have much cleanup work to do, similar to when I had to go ahead and do something with field 20 when Bryce left. So I'm going to go ahead and get my GPS set. But that's what I'm doing on the server right now. That's really all I'm planning on doing today. If something changes, I'll certainly come back. But this will be the start of another episode, and then we'll see what happens after that. So I'll see you in a bit. Hi everyone, Mature Simmer here. So I am taking this trailer back. So I'm over here on Rented's farm. He's working on potatoes and he was borrowing my equipment, but I need to feed my pigs. So he had it attached to his truck, and so I'm driving it back up to my farm with his truck because I'll bring it back to him when I'm done. But I need to get my pigs cleared up because, again, with the food fiasco, I've still got way too much protein. I've still got 10,000 liters, but at this point grain and base food are gone, and so I need to fix that up because their health is not great. And we'll get kind of lined up eventually here. So I looked at my barley field when I popped on. It looks like it'll be ready tomorrow. So I should be able to harvest anytime after tomorrow. It's right now at a 6 of 6 forage state, which typically ends up meaning that it will then be harvestable the day after it's in that state. More importantly, Field 8's finally coming up later today for auction. It's $678,000, so I'm going to go ahead and get this just so I can do this. And I've got this crazy notion in my head, perhaps, that I'll make it a grass field and eventually expand into cows and then just do grass work out here. I don't know. I can always stop and just let it grow. And in the meantime, I can always just let it grow. So, I mean, in the beginning, I can just not do it at all. So, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, yeah, I want 17,000. Well, let me make sure here. 17,800. Because if I do that, I'm only going to have 4,000 left for grain, and I really need 8,500. I'm just wondering if I'm better, but this is still going to throw me off. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with... I'll go with 17,000, and then... Here, I'll go with 15,000. Split the difference, and that'll give me 2,000 extra or so for grain, and then we'll run a little better there. I do need to check the potatoes. I mean, I know I had some left, but... Whoops. I think I'll just use his truck and do this rather than connect to mine. It's not like I'm doing that much driving around at this point. So let's see. Base food, sorghum. And that will get us up here to 15. And then I can go ahead and do that. And it's interesting that here now it's like showing up as orange, because I think when I took off it was showing as the purple that is his, but could be because, you know, I'm using a trailer that's orange. That's mine. Alright. Now, this is going to be some added fun in that I'm not used to backing up with his equipment, so this truck, you know, will probably be even a little, well, maybe not. I'm still just as messed up. So let me get this back there, and I'll see you then. Alright, here we go. You know, so it is a little tricky in the position, but there we go. So we've got that, you know, we'll get the health up. 23 months, 24, so yeah, I need one more month. Then I can take these. So tomorrow I'll be able to move those pigs as well. That'll give me a chance to let them healthen up. I do not understand. The server's actually ahead of real time today, which doesn't happen, so it's just weird. Alright, so I know I can go to like 33,000 something. So I'm going to go with 5,500 of grain, and that should let me do this. Alright. So we'll get wheat in there. Yeah, it's like when I turn in, I think I start heading to that shed, because in my vision I see like something I can drive through, even though obviously I can't drive through that. But that's what my head thinks, if that makes any sense. Alright. Once I do this, I can take that back for them. And then I think we're good. Well, I didn't check the potatoes. So, see you back at the sty. Alright, here we go. All of it should go in. It does. Alright. I could actually probably do another 1,000. I don't know that it's just not worth it at this point. I'm going to have things work through. Alright, we still have over 1,700, which is what we would need in the root crops when we were fullish. So what I'm likely going to figure out at some point is what my full amount really is now that I have the fill limiter. Because if it's not, say, 17,000, if it's 16,997 is what I really need to kind of max everything out with the limit, because I think it's like 33,988 or 998 or something. But I probably will need to fill the silo at some point. Now I'm thinking about it, because while I have it in my head, if I don't like do this work now, I'm not gonna be able to. So I'm gonna grab another 2,000, which I know is too much, but I'm gonna grab another 2,000 of wheat, which I could have just done the first time. And then I'll know, I can write down what my limit is, and then I can divide things, and you know, I'll probably put the extra liter into potatoes just because that's the low one, because I'm sure there will be some division that isn't even. Alright, so let me do this. 2, 1, 2, 3, bing. Alright. Alright, so yeah, I gotta kind of turn blind before I come out of the trees, is the secret. Alright, so another 2,000 liters. That's gonna be very quick, obviously. Alright, so yeah, my potato harvester, they didn't put it back where they got it from. So I may move that in the future. I mean, at this point, obviously they tucked it there because, I don't know, it was probably easier than trying to get it in there with my header, although the potato harvester, it's not like it has any loose back end. So let me get there and we'll chat while I return the truck. Well, and once we see what the size is. Alright, so 33,998. which is what I figured, but just trying to be sure. Alright, I'm going to head out here. Wondering if that's easier to... No, it's not, because I kind of have to go around a corner there. I was just wondering if it was easier to back in that way. Why? Oh, no. Yeah, alright. Can't take it back with the potato or the wheat in it, because obviously then he can't do anything. So now I just need to go drop this back. And then I'll be all set to take it back at that point. Alright. So, got my wheat back. And now I'll take this down and get it back to him. If I remember, I'm going to ask, because it's strange to me. I don't know why he went ahead and put his potatoes on the ground. Maybe he has nowhere to store them? But, I think most of the silos are like mine, that they take... Oh, no, because he wouldn't have a root cellar. That's right, never mind. I don't have my potatoes, so... So yeah, I don't know if his plan is to take this and sell it, but yeah, I'll just need to kind of let him know, or have a chat with him about what the plan is, because if he's suddenly just going to kind of leave this for any length of time, like obviously I need this trailer to do things on my farm. So it's one thing for folks to borrow equipment, I'm okay with that, but you know, obviously I need to easily be able to do things on my farm, and this wasn't a big deal, but obviously if we suddenly have equipment hanging out other places, it gets to be a bigger deal. So I will find out, but you know, I'm assuming he tried potatoes just to see if he likes it, but and then we'll decide if he's going to invest in it or not. But so field 3 that I plowed is actually getting bought by Nickum, so he is going to use that. We had field 30, as we talked about when I ran down to help in the emergency in that late night when I was coming on and doing some things. That was bought by this farm, by Rented. So fields are getting purchased up, and then again the next one coming up is 8, and I'm gonna grab that one, and after that, who knows? I mean, I'm not planning on buying anything else. I'm only buying that because I have the money and it works. So I'll see you in a bit.